Good evening, and welcome to the Onyx and Breezy Foundation's 12th Annual Gala. Wanda and I, and the entire board, thank you for your continued support. It's because of you we're able to help as many animals throughout the year as we do. We would like to show you some of the wonderful work done by the Friends of Randolph Animal Pound and the Animal Clinic of Morris Plains with the assistance of the Onyx and Breezy Foundation.
I started Friends of Randolph Animal Pound about 17 years ago. We do animal control for 5 towns. We have a lot of programs where all we want to do is save animals.
The Randolph Regional Animal Shelter is a no-kill facility. We will keep an animal for as long as it takes to find them a home. The Onyx and Breezy Foundation and the Randolph Regional Animal Shelter both have soft spots for senior animals and don't want to see them put down for the reason of age. Through their help, we're able to keep their medical care going, even help with finding them a forever home, and if the forever home needs assistance, we can help with that too. We really just want to know that the animal is going to find a permanent home and have that second chance at life, and without the Onyx and Breezy Foundation, we would not be able to do that. With the senior pets, it is a little bit more difficult to find them homes. Luckily here we don't have to worry about, the possibility of euthanasia, but in other shelters that could be a death sentence. We work really closely with the Animal Clinic of Morris Plains. We have a high volume of animals that go through there, and without the help of Onyx and Breezy, we wouldn't be able to help all these animals that we send there.
We provide discounted veterinary services, and so make it more affordable for these groups. The initial exams and all the hospitalizations we do at no charge. We still charge for medications and lab tests and so on, but you can imagine if you have an involved case, then that could be some substantial savings. Even with discounted medical services, the costs can be substantial. Particularly some of these senior animals may have more involved problems or ongoing problems. That's why funding from places like the Onyx and Breezy Foundation is so critical. Certainly what we hope is that people have established a relationship where their pets are a member of the family, and they seek out medical care and will go to appropriate lengths to treat them. In my opinion, the worst situation is when we have a problem we can fix, but we don't have the funding to fix it. And a lot of these animals end up in shelters or rescue groups with medical conditions that could be treated. Those are really the heartbreaking ones.
The advantages of adopting a senior pet would be you're getting an animal that you already are going to know pretty much its temperament, its habits. You're going to get a dog or a cat that's already trained, usually housebroken, usually up to date on vet care and all of that.
And senior animals are very special. It's just like you wouldn't throw grandpa out. I mean, we take very good care of them. And a senior animal can bring you a lot of joy.
Miss Jackie, her story came to us from the Onyx and Breezy Foundation, reached out. She was an older dog. She had a lot of scars on her face, which meant that possibly she was doing some dog fighting or scrapping. She was at a high kill shelter. So she had a lot of things going against her. If the Onyx and Breezy Foundation did not step in for Miss Jackie, she would have been euthanized. Her fate was basically sealed. So they stepped in, rescued her, and saved her life.
She was an elderly dog. There was always a health issue or something going back and forth, and they always helped with it. She was able to have a second chance here at the Randolph Animal Shelter, and then eventually found her now forever home, which is couldn't be a more perfect fit.
Miss Jackie's my adopted dog. She's my senior adopted dog who I adopted last August, almost a year ago. I needed my own dog, someone to keep me company. I just stopped in one Sunday on adoption day and saw her, and I sat down on her bed and she climbed up right on top of me, put her head on my lap, and I was done. I was like, that's it, she's coming home. And I've had a lot of second and third chances in my life, and I wouldn't be here without a lot of people, so it means a lot for me to be able to adopt a dog and give them a second chance. But taking care of her definitely does amount to a lot. And I get a lot of help from the Randolph Animal Shelter with things with, vet bills, and they still care about her a lot, and she's in a lot of people's hearts, so I get a lot of help with Miss Jackie.
We were just glad to see Miss Jackie get out of the shelter and have a home. We do help with the vet bills because they can be excessive. And, Onyx and Breezy is willing to help with the vet bills so that she can keep Miss Jackie.
If it weren't for Onyx and Breezy helping financially with her medical care and even some day-to-day needs, she wouldn't be able to be with Julia. They're together now because of Onyx and Breezy.
And you can still teach old dogs new tricks. I've taught her to sit, lay down, roll over. We're just best friends and hang out. She's a good girl. I love her. I ask myself a lot of the times that age-old question, who rescued who? And she definitely rescued me, definitely. I'd honestly like to thank Onyx and Breezy for giving Miss Jackie a second chance and giving all the other senior dogs a second chance, because if it wasn't for them, she wouldn't have a chance to have a good life. She would have been euthanized just for being a senior dog in a kill shelter, and this happens to millions of dogs all over the place, and I think that's quite a travesty because all these dogs are just beautiful souls that just need to get taken care of, and it makes me really so sad because these dogs end up being people's best friends, and she literally is my best friend, and without these people I wouldn't have gotten to meet her and have her in my life, and I'm so grateful.
It blows my mind how much those two needed each other. Makes me want to get a little emotional because you can see their bond is so strong. It really is a beautiful thing. It's amazing to see them together, and it's just a wonderful story.
So many people come into shelters looking for a puppy or a kitten, and there's just rows and rows of these senior animals waiting for adoptions that were probably good, loyal pets and somehow ended up in this situation.
I would highly suggest looking at some of the senior pets. Definitely don't pass them up. Give them a chance. They will bring you a lot of joy.
Many of them are very well socialized, like being around people. Some people prefer having a little less of an activity level than you might have with, let's say, a puppy. I really don't see it very often that somebody adopts an older pet and isn't happy that they've done it.
Any money raised is saving lives, and thankfully we have the help of Onyx and Breezy to do that.
I'm very happy with our association with the Onyx and Breezy Foundation. There's not a lot of intermediaries, there's not a lot of wasted funds. The dollars that they contribute, at least in my case, are going directly to their veterinary bill. But I'm here, and my staff is here in the trenches seeing what the dollars are doing, and they are literally saving animals.
Onyx and Breezy has really meant the world to us. It has meant the world to the animals. It has meant the world to our staff and volunteers because we have never had to put an animal to sleep or watch it suffer. And that is the worst thing in the world. Onyx and Breezy, they help us so much that we can help all the animals in our care. And that's what I find is the most important thing.
The Onyx and Breezy Foundation is so happy to help these groups that save so many animals every year.
Hi, I'm Jane Lynch. I'm sorry and so disappointed that I can't be with you tonight at the Onyx and Breezy's 12th annual gala. As you can see, I am the adoptive mother of two seniors. Ben is 12 and he has IBD and hip problems. And at 16, Olivia is nearly blind, totally deaf, has just 3 teeth, and recently began barking at nothing for no good reason. Luckily for them, I have the patience of Job, and I'm able to provide them with medical care. But there are so many senior animals who are not so lucky. 2 days before Christmas, Mark and Wanda lost their beloved Shadow at almost 14 years of age. For the 2 years prior, Mark and Wanda were able to give Shadow the necessary procedures and treatments. Shadow's last years were good ones. In Shadow's honor, Mark and Wanda set up the Shadow Fund to help geriatric pets get the medical care they need to increase the quality of their lives through their golden years. Your donations to the Shadow Fund will help save seniors who might otherwise be surrendered and euthanized due to financial hardship of their owners. And I hope you will all support this most worthwhile endeavor. Thank you so much and have a wonderful night. Say goodbye, guys. Woof, woof, woof. Woof. Brrr. Woof, woof.
As many of you know, sadly this year we lost a great friend, a great person, our national spokesperson, Mr. Ken Howard. Ken was not only our national spokesperson, he was a very close friend of ours. He was always there for us, especially the foundation, because of his love of animals. We will all miss him very much. Shortly before his passing, Ken recorded a video for us to express his appreciation for the work the foundation has done with his and all your help. We would like to share a piece of that video with you now.
I just wanted to take a moment to thank Wanda and Mark Chefs, and also a lot of the people who work with them, for this extraordinary idea, the Onyx and Breezy Foundation, that has come to life over the last 11 years. It's such an original idea and so effective, and has such a generosity of spirit to it, and is of such value. I'm honored to be part of it, honored to be a spokesman, the spokesperson and on the board for Onyx and Breezy. My wife Linda is very committed to it, and we spend a great deal of time, joyous time really, fulfilling the promise of Onyx and Breezy. And we've come very close to a lot of people, certainly Wanda and Mark and many others. And I just wanted to say thank you for this life experience, for the meaningful interaction, and I hope we'll be able to continue doing this for years to come. Onyx and Breezy, I think, has a great future. So, thanks.
As much as Ken appreciated what the foundation has done for animals, we appreciate what Ken and his wife Linda have done and will continue to do for the foundation. Only with your donations can we help each animal reach tomorrow. Please give generously. Remember the joy they bring.
Remember the joy that they bring.
To donate, go to onyxandbreezy.org.